Hi everyone, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising, and I welcome you to join me for a Yin Yoga workout session tonight to unwind. It's Friday night. If you've had a hectic week, treat yourself to slowing down and to just chill, have a chill session. Get your muscles to release, unwind, and just feel like you can get some of the tension and stress to just melt out of your muscles, out of your joints. All right, so let's get started. Okay, grab your mat and we're gonna start off kneeling on all fours. All right, so join me. We're on all fours and we're gonna start off just moving our spine a little bit. Let's do some cat-cows. So I want you to inhale, stretch head away from tailbone. Exhale, press shoulder blades wide to the sky. You're gonna inhale, stretch head away from tailbone. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, press your shoulder blades apart. Stretch mid-back. Inhale, head lengthens away from tailbone. Exhale. 3 more. Okay, your spine to stretch out. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, tailbone drops as your chin drops. Find maximal length in your spine. And I want you to stretch opposite arm, opposite leg out of your center. Now imagine when you do your cat, when your chin drops and your tailbone drops down, round your low back, scoop in tight, reach under the armpit, and inhale, stretch apart, find your balance. Exhale, press. So you're using those obliques to really balance your body out. Exhale, 8. Inhale, stretch apart. Exhale, 7. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, 6. Scoop in tight. 5. Keep reaching fingertips away from toes. 4. Exhale, 3. Stretch apart, come in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Inhale, exhale. Awesome. Plant all fours on your mat. Okay, before we switch sides, remember I just did left arm, right leg. Remember the 2 sides you just did. Bring your shoulder and hip closer together for a little side bend, lateral flexion. Stretch the other side of your ribs wide open. Inhale, lengthen your spine again. Exhale, the other side of those ribs stretches apart. Inhale, lengthen apart. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the other side. Feel ribs open. 1 more. Inhale, stretch. Feel those ribs open apart, those intercostal muscles between the ribs. Come back center. Last one. Inhale, your ribs expand. Exhale, return center. So I did my left arm, my right leg, previous set, so now I'm switching. So now you do the same. It's my right arm, left leg, round your low back, scoop in tight. Exhale. Inhale, stretch fingers away from toes. Exhale, reach under that arm. Inhale, pull apart. Exhale, work those obliques. And 7, fingers away from toes, stretch apart. 6, exhale, balance. 5, exhale, balance. 4 more. Scoop your core tight. 3, 2, lengthen apart. Exhale, last one. Stretch apart. Exhale, excellent. And then gently bring hand to mat. All right, next, curl your toes underneath you. Feel how your shoulder blades anchor deeply down into your lat muscles and your back. Now I want you to float your knees up. Stretch your sits bones straight back, way back behind you. Feel how the hamstrings lengthen. Your arm bones twist externally deeper into your shoulder sockets. And then come back down to all fours. So you go from your hands in your knees position. You press into your palms, lift up your breastbone. Now stretch legs away from center. Pull your breastbone through the two arms. Stretch your torso. Opposite direction. Inhale. Stretch your entire body apart. Exhale to your downward dog. Come back in onto all fours, neutral spine. Let's do that again. And exhale, press up. Feel the hamstrings lengthening down the thighs. Pull your heart through the arms. Oppositional energy lengthening. And gently come in. We have 7 more like that. We're warming our body up. And again, push into your palms. Elevate your heart. Sink those heels away from you. Feel those sits bones reach to the backs of your thighs. And gently come in. And 6 more times. You're going to exhale, press into your downward dog. Look towards knees, neck is long. Scoop abdominals in and come back in. And 5, you're warming up. Press those palms away. Lengthen your spine. Come back in. And 4, head away from tailbone. Press and reach. Lengthen apart. And 3, inhale, stretch spine long. Exhale, press it up. Pull apart. Ribs out of hips. 2 more. Inhale, pull apart. Exhale, stretch. Now we're going to walk the dog. 1 heel up, 1 heel down. You can move the hips a little bit if this is comfortable. And inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. And 4, use your core. And 3. And 2, stretch those Achilles tendons. Last one. And gently come in. Awesome. All right, next, I want you to take your right knee. Bring it to your right thumb. Take your back leg. You're going to extend it. Pull this right hip back away from you. This left hip comes forward and come down into your swan. And just lengthen head away from tailbone. Make sure your knee and your ankle form a straight line. Try to get your hip bones to really square straight in front of you. And you're going to inhale and exhale. We want to open up the hips. You're going to feel hip flexor and this lateral hip and gluteal stretching. So you just inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just let the tension and the stress of your entire week just melt out of your hip, melt out of your glute. Inhale, flex your front foot, open that hip and knee energetically. Give support to your knee. Inhale, exhale. Feel width across shoulders, chest. If you like to increase your stretch, you can come down. You could come down to your forearms. You could even bring your forehead to a yoga block if you have a yoga block. And then when you breathe, feel how you're expanding the air, expanding your rib cage, front, side, back of ribs. You could even breathe into your belly if you like. And just feel head lengthen away from your tailbone. Feel grounded into your mat. Rooting your energy, grounding you. If you've been up in your head or overthinking, this is a great way to reconnect to your physical reality. Just feel heavy into your mat. Reground, center yourself. Inhale, exhale. Meet it, greet it. If you feel tension, just meet it, greet it, and let it go. Why hold on to what doesn't help? Just weighs you down with baggage. Inhale and exhale. Really feel your spine lengthen. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep stretching, head away from tailbone. Feel that elongation in your spine. You'll feel those hips releasing. Inhale, exhale. Now we're in our sleeping swan. Keep that front ankle, that foot is flexed. Let that tension ease out of your hip and your glute. 2 more deep inhales to center of low back. Exhale, gently release. And 1 more time, deep inhale into center of low back. And exhale, gently release. Wonderful. Take hands under your shoulders. Want you to slowly press into your palms, rising up, head away from tailbone. Take your back foot, curl your toes under. Want you to lift up your back knee. Okay, now I'm going to have you go into a plank before we switch to the other side of our body. So go ahead, tailbone long, hold your plank. Front ribs meet back ribs. Inhale, exhale, hold for 5, hold for 4, and 3. Stretch your spine long. 2 more, and last one. Now, with your left hand, walk it to the center of your mat. Flip onto your side. Open your shoulders and your chest. Now hold for 5, 4, 3. Work those obliques. 2. Last one. Come back to your mat. Hold another 5 seconds. Tighten the core, tailbone long. Hold for 5, 4. Head away from tailbone. 3. Scoop your core tight. 2 more. Last one. Now walk your right hand to center of mat. Flip it. Stack the knees and ankles. Open your heart. Chest open. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Gently come back into your plank. Scoop in tight. Head away from tailbone. Hold another 5, 4, 3. Keep scooping your core tight. 2 more. Last one. Now I want you to take your left knee, walk it into your left thumb. You're going to pull this left hip bone back so you avoid twisting the pelvis. Keep this hip open. Lift up this back leg. Align your hip, your knee, and your ankle all the way straight down the line. This left hip pulls back. This right hip pulls forward. And I want you to really lengthen up. Head away from tailbone. Sit tall. Inhale. Open your heart. Exhale. Feel this nice hip flexor, psoas stretch in there. And inhale. And exhale. Really stretch your spine apart. Just let those hips open, settle into those hips. Aligning hip bones straight across in front of you. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Deep inhale, really lengthen your spine. Get those hips to release. 1 more time. And let's take it deeper from swan. A little lower down. You could be on your forearms. Maybe you want to come all the way down into sleeping swan. I'm going to use a yoga block for my forehead. I'm going to bring the floor up to me just to give a little support. And we're going to stretch head away from tailbone. And I want you to just come all the way down to your mat. You're going to inhale, head away from tailbone, elongate, exhale. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Spine is long. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Spine is long. Excellent. Feel how that tailbone lengthens out of your center. Head away from tailbone. Feel the elongation in your entire spine. You're inhaling and then you're exhaling. Feel the spine lengthen. Let the front of this hip really open out. You're inhaling and exhaling. Ribs expand. Ribs knit together. Feel back of ribs expand. Maybe breathe into your belly. If you like belly breathing, expand into the belly. Exhale. Feel how your ribs expand. Your belly expands. Tighten in. Exhale. Release all the air out of the lungs. Feel how your spine feels like it actually elongates. As you inhale, you're lengthening. Tailbone long. Exhale. Breathing in. And breathing out. Excellent. Feel that lateral hip and glute release in the front leg. And inhale. And exhale. Excellent. 2 more deep inhales to the center of your spine. Exhale, gently release. And one more time, take a deep inhale to center of spine. Exhale, gently release. Awesome. Slowly take hands under shoulders. Lengthen head away from tailbone. Slowly press up. Okay, let's take our back foot, curl toes under. Extend your back knee off the mat. Anchor your shoulder blades down your back. One more time, really stretch your spine long. Hold your plank for 5, for 4, tighten your core, 3, 2, last one. Walk your right hand to the center of the mat, flip over, open your heart, chest open, hold for 5, lift those bottom ribs and hip up, hold for 4, and 3, those shoulder blades anchor down your back, and 2, one more, come back into your plank, lengthen head away from tailbone, hold for 5, inhale, exhale, 4, core is strong, and 3, and 2. Now slowly rotate, face the front, left hand walk center of mat, open your heart, extend that arm, chest is open, keep your balance, and then you just stack the ankles, 5, 4, chest is open, lift your bottom ribs, 3, 2 more, and last one. Awesome. Slowly just come into your mat. Next, I'm going to have you bring the soles of your feet together. If your hips feel super tight in the front, or if your low back feels super duper tight, you could either take a block and sit on it to give space between hip and rib cage, or you could even take a rolled up blanket. If you don't have a yoga blanket, go ahead, take any blanket and roll it up like I have this one to raise your pelvis off the floor. And then that way you create space and stability for your hip flexors and your low back, your lumbar spine. So we're gonna take the bottoms of our feet, rotate them upward, sit nice and tall. I want you to feel like you're sinking down into those sits bones and you're rising up through top of head. Get that oppositional lengthening through your spine. And you're just breathing in. We're just unwinding from our week. Settle into the pose. If you've been sitting at a desk, at your computer, the front of the hip will get really tight. So this is going to be really nice to open up your hip. Breathing in and breathing out. We're doing our butterfly, our seated butterfly. Inhale, exhale, head away from tailbone. Feel the length in your spine. Feel like you have equal weight on each of your sits bones. Inhale, and then exhale. Soften into the stretch. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Spine is long. Just breathe. Feel how those sits bones sink into the mat underneath you. Keep rising up through top of head. Excellent. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Just feel peaceful, relaxed, calm, root and ground into the earth. Let go anything that upsets you, anything that doesn't add to your well-being. Just let it go. Don't let anything or anyone disturb your inner peace. You owe it to yourself to stay calm within. No matter what's happening without, keep your calm and keep your peace. Breathing in and breathing out. Lift your heart, really stretch spine tall. One more deep inhale here. All right. We're going to go into diamond pose next. Diamond pose will allow us to get a little bit more space between the front of our hip joint and our ribs and open up our low back. You could either take your blanket or you could take your yoga block, bring it out in front of you, and I want you to really focus. We're going to take our feet further away from our pelvis. So you're just going to inch your feet a little bit further away from you, but still sink down into the bottom of your sits bones. Keep rising up through your spine. We're just creating some space here between ribs and hips. Rise up. And we're just going to start to slowly hinge over the front of our thighs and our feet. If you're super flexible, you can like make a little handle, like grab your feet, bring your thumbs together and make like a little stand, and you can hip hinge all the way forward, and you can rest your forehead on the tops of your hands where your thumbs are. And I'm not there yet, so what I'm gonna do instead is use my yoga block, and I'm hip hinging, and I'm just gonna stay here and breathe for a few counts. So join me, whatever works best for your body in the here and the now. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale, head away from tailbone. We're breathing in. And then we're exhaling. Feel your ribs expand in all directions. Feel that low back open up. Feel a crease in the front of your hips. Staying here, lengthening your entire spine. When you feel a give, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. When I think of a diamond, I think of something precious and value. It also makes me think of the Brahma Vihara in Buddhism, the divine abodes. And it's a mental state rising up against hate, fear, envy, jealousy. You take yourself into the divine abodes of loving kindness, sympathetic joy, sympathetic empathy, and just mutual kindness, loving kindness. And being able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, non-harming another living being, whether it be an insect or a human being, just having that goodwill not to wish harm on anyone. And those are the divine abodes, not wishing harm on anyone. Ahimsa, non-harming. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel that low back pull apart. Self-defense is something different though. You're allowed to defend yourself if someone attacks you. So just know that martial arts, you try to avoid conflict, but if someone attacks you, you have every right to defend yourself. We're lengthening head away from tailbone, stretch, and one more deep inhale, rising up. Excellent. We're going to bring our knees together. And then I want you to do a little windshield wiper from side to side. Lift your heart, stretch your spine out, get that crease right on the side of your hip and thigh. Release your spine, 2 more, and gently release the hips. Awesome. All right. Okay, next, let's swing our legs behind us. So we did butterfly, and then we did our diamond. So now I want to get into your spine, because the work week, we sit so much at a desk doing work. Some of you have a standing desk and you do work standing, and I applaud you. That's wonderful to mix it up. But here I'm going to give you something to help create space, middle back between your shoulder blades. So I'm going to have you come all the way down to your mat, and careful that you don't let your shoulders hike or anything. You want to make sure you're going to have your legs stretch back, have the sensation of your tailbone really stretching away from your center. That way you don't jam up your low back. And then you're going to avoid this push down and think of a suspension bridge across your mid-upper back. You could either have your palms reaching down against your mat, or you could clasp your hands together. And I want you to just feel like you're opening right across the front of your shoulders and chest. And stay here and breathe. So now we're in our Sphinx pose, keeping our chest open, the collarbones are wide. And just really bring your heart through the arms. Let's create some space in our back and also strengthen our spine. Because if we sit at a computer, we're like rounded forward. So this just gets your spine to go the opposite way to create some length, space, and strength. So just breathe in. Exhale, feel your heart open. Breathing in. Exhale. Strengthen your middle back, create some space, thoracic spine. Feel as if the sides of the neck stay nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Feel your abdominals pull apart, stretch even. Tailbone stretches away from you. Press into those forearms. Keep the sides of the neck feeling like they're lengthening. Inhale, exhale. Feel how you have to work a little bit to stay like this. Strengthen your spine. Breathing in and then breathing out. Let's create some space between our back vertebra. We want to elongate it since it gets compressed with everyday life. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Deep inhale, exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale, exhale. And let's take it into seal just for a short while. We won't stay here long. Extend the arms away. Tilt chin slightly down. Keep the back of the neck long. Shoulders drop down and back. Elbows point down. Feel those abdominals stretch. Feel those triceps working. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. If you feel any compression in low back, just come down a little closer to the mat like that. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feel that entire spine stretch apart. Tailbone stretches away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Breathing in. Breathing out. Create that length in your back. One more deep inhale here. Slowly, you're going to lower down, fold your elbows. Okay, I'm going to have you rest your forehead across the back of each hand. And we're just going to apply a little pressure to Ajna, third eye. And I just want you to roll side to side. Think of the color indigo. Opening third eye, creating awareness. Inhale, exhale, side to side. 2 more. Come back center and gently wiggle hips side to side. Let your low back release. Excellent. And then we're going to do something to create more space in the middle of your back. So what I want to do is get into your thoracic spine, and we're going to do a little twist here. So what I'm going to ask you to do, 90-degree angle, you're going to fold the left arm 90 degrees by the side of your body. And then what I want you to do is bend the right palm directly in line under the shoulder. And then I'm going to have you lift your right leg up. And I want you to slowly elevate your hips. And then keep the neck long, shoulder away from ear. Your opening chest. Keep length between rib and hip. Your hips are squared so your lumbar spine is supported, protected. And your rotation's happening in the middle part of your spine. So you're just breathing in. And then exhale. And inhale. Feel that armpit underneath you stretching. Feel the side of your neck elongating. Feel your shoulder drop away from the ear. Stay here for a few deep inhales. Really try to get the air to go deep down into the lower lobes of your lungs. Fully oxygenating you. Inhale. And exhale, breathing in and breathing out. Feel those ribs expand. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. I'm stopped up in my nose. I can feel it. Ooh. Inhale. Exhale, tailbone long. Feel that low back elongate. 2 more times. Breathe into the sides of those ribs. Really open up that thoracic spine. Inhale. Exhale. More like your heart center. Think of the color green. Breathing in. Breathing out for healing energy. 1 more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Softly release. Slowly, I want you to come back to the center of your mat. And then you're just realigning legs straight back behind you. Now take your right arm. You're going to take it 90 degrees. And you place it into the mat. Now, I want you to keep shoulder down and back away from here. Take the left palm and straight line right under the left shoulder. And you're going to gently press your palm into the mat. Lift up the left foot. And you're just going to rotate back. Keep width across the collarbones. Keep the length in your tailbone. Take a few deep inhales and exhales here as you breathe. Really open up your sideline. Feel space mid-back between your shoulder blades. Think of heart healing energy, color green. Heal your heart chakra. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Just don't hold anything that doesn't serve you. Let it go. Breathing in and breathing out. Forgiveness is more about you than another person. If you forgive, you free yourself from that connection, that tie. So you just let go. You don't have to forget. But if you forgive, you free your heart space. You free your energy. So look at it like that. But you don't have to forget. You inhale, and then you exhale. Feel chest open. You're going to feel a stretch in that bottom armpit. Side of neck elongates. Just free yourself. Free your energy. Bring it back to you. Inhale, exhale, side of neck elongates, shoulder down away from ear. 2 more deep inhales to the center of that spine. Open up that mid-back. 1 more time, deep inhale. Exhale, softly, gently release. Slowly, I want you to rotate back down to your mat. And then you're going to take both hands directly, roll those shoulders down and back. Your hands go under the shoulders, scoop into your center, tighten your core, and now float, push right up, and now come back into your rest pose. You could either curl your toes under, you could be on the tops of your feet, whatever works best. It gives you more knee support if you curl toes under like I'm doing. Or if you're not worried about your knees, come all the way down flat on the top of your foot for a deeper stretch. And then you're just going to slide forward and through. Pull your shoulders down, back, sits bones anchor down behind you. And if you want, you could either relax your forehead on a yoga block on the mat or on a rolled up blanket, whatever works for you. And you're inhaling and then exhaling. I want you to think of your heart pulling forward into the mat as you stretch your two sits bones behind you to really get maximal elongation in your spine. And stay here and breathe. This is going to feel really good from sitting, working at your desk all week. Stretch that low back apart. You're inhaling and exhaling. Stretch your low back apart. Inhale and exhale. Tailbone reaches long. Inhale, exhale. Two more times. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Slowly walk your hands gently under your shoulders. Gently take a deep inhale, rise up, lengthen head away from tailbone, come all the way up. And then I'm going to have you do another back extension, Ustrasana at camel. So if you need extra knee support, you would take like a yoga blanket like this, and then you would just fold it and place your knees right on top of it. I'm going to see if I can do it without it, and if I need it, by all means, I'm going to grab it. So for Ustrasana, or camel, just going to slide in a little closer. All right. Again, you could have your feet down like that on your mat, and then just because I have knee issues at times, I just always try to give extra support so that I don't continuously pound on them. So I might go out of your frame. So what I might do right now is just, I think I am going to make a little bit more of a mat by folding up my yoga blanket. My yoga mat, you could do that too. And I'm going to get a little bit further out of the frame so I don't have to fool around with the camera, with my phone. It's my phone. And then, so I'm going to come back here to do it. I'll try to go sideways a bit. So basically, I don't want you to arch. See how my pelvis sways and there's a sway back there? We don't want to exacerbate that kind of curve. So I want you to just think of, you drop your tailbone, you elongate the low back. That way you're not putting forced compression, stressing out your low back. So then you lengthen the tailbone, you tighten your abdominals in, and then you start to feel how the front of your hips and thighs lengthen, they stretch. And then if you want extra support, take your hands to the back of your pelvis, your anterior superior iliac spine, your hip bones here. You could go to the opposite side of the other side of your hip bone, that's your iliac crest. You could place your palms firm against back of pelvis. You would rise up, open your heart, and just lean back. Okay, so that's one way you can do camel Ustrasana. And if you feel like you need a deeper stretch in this and your back's okay with it, your shoulders are fine with it, then you would take your hands to the back of your ankles and your heels. You would tighten your abdominals in to give spine support. Feel how your abdominals reach through, tailbone long, and you would just lift heart to sky. Stay here and breathe. So we're just opening your heart. Feel the extension in the front of those hips. Inhale and exhale. Open your heart. Inhale and exhale. Chest is open. Really feel how it opens up the front of your hips and thighs. So that's going to help you from sitting at your desk all week. Inhale, exhale. It's a great way to start your weekend to release the tension. One more deep inhale here. Exhale. Now slowly bring hand to the back of your pelvis. Give yourself some support. Come all the way back up. And then I'm going to have you do one more rest pose, Balasana. And then this one, we're just going to go a little wider stance with our feet. And let's go ahead and stretch your feet for a moment. I'll explain. Curl your toes under. And then just sit back through the toes, balls of feet. The metatarsals are the bones right under the toes, the phalanges. We're just going to sit back for a second just to let gravity kind of give you a nice stretch. Excellent. Inhale, exhale. Just let your feet stretch for a second. Energetically get into that fascia at the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale. Gently release your feet. All right. Okay, now we're going to come into our Balasana with our knees apart. And then your big toes. Oh, I'm going to get a cramp in my foot. Hold on. I got to rest for a sec. Okay. Ooh, I almost had a cramp. Okay, it went away. All right. At Pilates this week, it was cold, windy on the beach, and I just was not feeling it to go run in gloomy gray weather. It was sunny today, but the rest of the week it was cold and gloomy, like in the 50s, and I just didn't want to run on the sand. So what I did at work, I put the jump board on the reformer, and I did like 4 jump board workouts this week for cardio. So my feet were like this right now. Okay, so I want you to sink into your pelvis, lift up your heart, and then go ahead and stretch all the way forward. And you're going to get a little deeper down into the mat on this version. And just stay here and breathe. And then if you want to go deeper into your upper mid back, so not only you're going to feel those inner thighs and those hips release a little bit more, take your palms together into a little prayer position, forehead on the mat, and then just reach back behind head. Feel that upper mid back release. Low back pulls apart. Gently just ease into your mat. Just energetically release. Feel really open across the low back, across the mid back. Expand into all sides of your ribs, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale. This is very cooling, very yin effect across your back of the spine. It's calming when we have the back of our spine opening up like we are. The camel, the astrasana, is very energizing. So now we're going to just balance it out with our cooling effect, relaxing you for end of day. Feel those hips release. Inhale, exhale. Excellent. Think of passion, creativity, color orange. Think of yellow. Think of personal power. What do you want to achieve in this lifetime? Different things to balance out. Breathing in, breathing out. 2 more deep inhales here. Inhale and exhale, release. 1 more time, deep inhale. And exhale, release. Wonderful. Slowly, you're going to take your hands, walk under the shoulders. Take your knees together. And then I'm just going to ask you to sit with your legs crossed in easy pose. And then I want to end the session here in easy pose. And then I'm just going to ask you to take your forearm, palm to sky. Maybe press your opposite sits bone. The sits bone stays put. And then relax the legs. I want you to do a little rotation again through mid-back. And then exhale as you reach towards your knee. 3 more. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, getting the air back out of the lungs. 2 more. Inhale, exhale. 1 more. You're going to inhale, exhale, and rise all the way up. And then let's do that on the other side. You're going to reach your palm to the sky. You're lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Keep this sits bone against your mat so you really elongate. Open up your side line. And then you're just going to take a deep inhale. Open up that side line. Now, if you can, open up, rotate area between the shoulder blades. So you inhale a little deeper. And then exhale. Inhale a little deeper. Get a stretch through that mid-back. 2 more. Inhale a little deeper. And 1 more. Inhale a little deeper. Exhale. Rising up. Stretch all the way up. Crisscross opposite side. And then we're just going to reach. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And then let's just try a little stretch forward. And then let those sits bones drop back behind you. If you want a little block, go for it. Feel how it just really pulls apart your low back. You inhale. You exhale. Feel calm. Feel peaceful, relaxed. Inhale. Exhale. I hope you sleep well tonight. Inhale, exhale 2 more times. Really stretch. And last one, slowly make your way back in. And we're just going to do a couple little shoulder rolls. Up, down, back, away from the ears. 3 more. Up, down, back. 2 more. Up, down, back. And then let's reverse it. Come forward. Inhale, exhale. Release the tension through the fingertips, through the hands. 3 and 2. Wonderful. Last one. Awesome. Now take a deep inhale. Slowly just bring your hands to your heart. Feeling grateful for taking the time out to replenish your mind, your body, and your spirit, to restore your peace, your center, your calm, your focus. From my heart to yours, I wish you a great rest in your morning, evening, or night. And if you do this at night, I hope you get a great night's sleep. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining. Please hit like, share, subscribe if you're still with me to help me grow my channel. I always forget to say that at the beginning because I'm focused on doing my video. But when I think about it at the end, if you like what I do, please hit like. I love that. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'll see you again soon, everyone. Take care. Bye. Be proud of yourself. You took care of yourself today. So that was awesome. Bye.